Welcome to Shovelware Diggers. Our dig team is currently excavating the Softkey Shareware 2000 Hit Games 2CD collection. You can find a link in the video description listing the entire directory structure of this archive. Here's what our diggers have for week 255. For more information on how to join the dig team, simply follow the Patreon link in the video description. Now, without further ado, let's get to it. First up, we have a team dig from JP Ronnie and Alex. DOSGAMES /cards /solitaire. Watch, someone's just hiding Windows Solitaire in here or something. Got a readme.doc that's very small, and a solitaire.exe that's from 1985, so that kind of predates Windows. Anyways, that's a very small readme, so I'm just going to type it. Addendum for instructions to Solitaire. The instructions say to press Q to end a hand and count up the score. Actually, this must be a capital Shift Q. A lowercase q may not work. I'm guessing that was added by somebody after the fact, given the 3-year discrepancy in the dates there. Anyways, I guess we're running it. Solitaire. So we got some CGA low intensity graphics going on. Do you need instructions? Sure. So you may play standard or casino solitaire against me and or up to 5 other players. How does that work? So to get and move cards, type G to get next card from deck, M to move F to T. F may be N 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. T may be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. S, H, D, C. Oh, I see what it means. So M is the pile you want to move from, and T is the pile you want to move to. Okay. So T to turn over next down card in column C. So you have to put in T and then a number. And yeah, given what it said in that little readme, I'm turning caps lock on right now. Okay, so GM and T. So Greenwich Mean Time? No. Those are the controls I got to worry about. Okay, well, let's do casino scoring. Just because we can. How many will play? Just me. Enter the first player's name. Oh, well, that's... I forgot caps lock is on. Can I play 2? I don't know what that weird character there is, but that's what happened when I accidentally hit the enter key there. Okay, you know what? Sure, let's let the computer play 2. Same cards for each player. Well, that's interesting, because now it's like almost checking to see if both players are going to play the same. Why don't we make that yes, see what happens. Okay, so there's our scores for the moment. Okay, ready when you are. Press any key. Okay, so we've got our decks here. This looks like it's Klondike Solitaire, just based on what I'm seeing here. Well, wait a minute. Because it's not showing the rest of the column, it's only showing what's on top. Well, no, that's how Klondike works. Never mind. It's been a while since I played regular solitaire. Unfortunately, I can't really do much with these starting cards. So I get next card. It's an 8. I can move that. So move from N to 3. Okay. It's kind of weird. It shows like a cursor in that little box there, but the arrow keys just make beeping noises. So you actually have to use the keyboard shortcuts. Just kind of annoying. Okay, so I can't do anything with that queen. Can't do anything with that 6. I can do something with the 4, so move that to pile 2. And then that allows me to move from 4 to 2. And then we can turn over 4 there, get the next one for that column, move 3 to 4. Oh, hang on a second here. Okay, I was about to say that it's not asking me like where I want to split the column, but because it's asking me which column to move from to, it could probably intelligently figure out like if that a move is even possible and where to split it as a result of that, since there wouldn't be a lot of options. So still got more moves to make here. So move 6 to 3, and then turn over 6. Do I got any more moves? So it looks like both of the black 6s are going to get buried. That's going to potentially be a problem. Oh, we can start moving some stuff here. So move from N to 4, move from 6 to 4, turn over 6. Oh, and that gave us a 5 there. Okay, so move 6 to 4, turn over 6, and we finally got an ace. Okay. So move 6 to diamonds, and move 7 to diamonds, and move 2 to diamonds, and move 5 to 2. And that just gave us 3 more columns to turn over here. Does that allow us to do anything more, though? Still can't move a 6 off there. Ugh, I wish that 7 was a red 7 and not a black one. We can move the 5 column to 2. Turn over 5. Okay, it gets us a jack. So we can move 6 to 5 and turn over 6. Wait, what? Oh, I accidentally hit the wrong key. And then a 9, which we can't do anything with. Also, here's an interesting situation that sometimes comes up in Solitaire, is that I have the ability to move that 9 of hearts onto the 10 of clubs, but that gives me an empty space that I can't actually do anything with at the moment, because I don't have a king to put there. So because of that, it's actually better for me to leave the 10 of clubs blank at the moment, just in case another 9 shows up that happens to be the 9 of diamonds. And just as I was saying that, the very next card from the draw pile is a king of diamonds. So move 6 to 3, move N to 6. Okay, so we then ended up moving that anyways. But now we can move that queen over. Okay, this is a good point of interest here, is that the game doesn't allow you to move from the finished piles at the side back onto the board. So, like, for instance, if I actually had, like, the 3 of spades or the 3 of clubs taken off the board now, and I ended up with that 2 of hearts there, the thing is, I can't put that 2 of hearts down because I don't have a 3 on the board that can handle it. But if I had those 3s both off the board, it would be nice to be able to move those back onto the board. But if I try to, say, move from, like, the spades pile or the diamonds pile, it just beeps at me. It won't let me do that. So, not a fan of that. Although this one helps us a bit, because we can move that onto the board there. Move 2 to 3... What? Okay, so we just found out that it doesn't have the ability to intelligently move just partial columns. You have to move the entire column, because it won't let me move that 3 of hearts onto the 4 of spades. Okay then. And get next card doesn't work anymore, so yeah, that's it. So I guess now I just say quit. So I ended up with negative 15. So let's see how the computer does with the exact same set. So the computer's playing. Ha! Computer got negative 30. How's that for computer AI? So that was Casino Solitaire, or just Solitaire, because it has a non-casino mode as well. Like, it looks good for how old of a game it is. It doesn't play that great. Like, like, the controls and stuff are fine. It's just the rule set is very limiting because it's not allowing you to do things like move partial columns or take things back from getting them off the board and stuff. So, yeah, not... Well, the other thing, too, is that this is from 1985, so this is pretty early on, but it would have been nice to have those other additional features to how to play the game, because as it stands here, it's just difficult to get it very far to it. Next up from Jacob Rudolph, we've got DOSGAMES /sports /BSKTBALL. Well, clearly going to be some kind of basketball game. There's a lot of DS files. What have we got here? Got a bbgame.executable, basket.bat, a lot of DS files. So I'm guessing the DS files are probably like the actual game data. Not really a lot going on here. I don't see any documentation. Like there's an s.exe, whatever that does. Let's actually quickly type out basket.bat Let's see what that does. This game loads rather slowly. Be patient. If the drive light goes off, press any key. Well, that doesn't help. Also, it's running the S command. Huh. The S executable is 5,808 bytes. And the other one is 67,000. Also, the file dates make it seem like maybe the S is some kind of, what do you call it? Copy protection breaking through thing. Because usually that's what ends up happening is like the programs designed to break through copy protection sometimes are external to the game itself and then run the game code. So I'm guessing that's probably what that S executable does. So I guess we'll just run that. How many joysticks are connected? There are about 0. How many players are there? 1. Player 1 will use the 4, 5, 6, 8 keys. Okay, so that's almost the typical numeric keypad except in the arrow key configuration. Okay. Press any key when you are ready. Diversion by Designer Software, programmed by Kenneth Brown. Okay, I got a black screen. I mean, it said it loads rather slowly, so... Oh no, wait, I just had to hit the key again. Okay. And also we got a Casio billboard on the screen. Use the right and left arrows to view the selected court, then press the enter key to choose it. So we can either play at the school, in an alley, in the suburbs, or a city. Let's do the alleyway. Select skill level for your computer opponent. We'll go easy. Press the enter key to continue if the team name is okay. Otherwise, type the name of your team and then press enter. Green team? This is CGA color. So we are going to be the cyan team. And this is going to be very ironic if we end up as a magenta color. We'll flip a coin to see who gets first pick. Player 1 should use the arrow keys, left or right, to call heads or to call tails. Press the button when ready to flip. Let's do heads. And we got first pick. Excellent. So we're now picking our roster of players. So we've got Butch. Need a Top Gun? Try Butch. Nobody on the block makes those outside shots like he can. He's got one awesome jump shot, like he's got springs for legs. Then we got Radar. Radar can't run so fast, but they call him the Slammer. Just get him the ball and he'll rocket through the air. I read that wrong, that's stuffing. Stuffing the hoop with an incredible slam dunk. Now, next is Julie. You can count on Julie in a pinch. She never chokes under pressure. Guys may snicker butterfingers behind her back, but she always gets the last laugh. Okay, I'm not going to do everyone, but there are a lot of people to choose from here. Well, unfortunately, the computer chose the other girl, so I can't make it an all-girls team. But going with the cyan team name, I should probably pick one of the players with the cyan shirt on. Like, well, I should have done that for all 3 of them, really. Let's do Ralph. Okay, so play game. Let's see how this plays. Still don't even know the name of this game. I'm guessing that the copy protection loader thing probably just bypassed the title screen. Okay, so we're getting into position here. And choose score to play up to. I guess 20. First up to 20 are the winners. So, not quite sure how this plays. Did he just toss the ball? He just tossed the ball at nothing. Whoops, and my guy actually dropped the ball? What? Okay, I think what's going on is that... Oh, there goes the ball again. Okay, so let's see if we can actually... Okay, how do I try to toss it into the... No, that's not it. Unless I'm supposed to be going for the other basket, maybe? I don't think so. But let's see what happens if I try to hit the button over here. Okay, now it actually shoots. And did not go in. Well, so far this is kind of not going so well. I'm still not entirely certain how the controls are working out here. I think I've only got control of one player at a time, but... And then the computer's making... Like, I mean, I know I put the computer player on easy, but it's playing almost a little too easy. And I still managed to steal the ball somehow. Not entirely certain how I did that. And that was a miss. Oh wait, I've got the ball. Did I just like break a trash can or something? And yeah, my players keep dropping the ball? Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Also, like, it wouldn't let me pick it back up again. And this is weird. This is a very weird basketball game. Okay, I actually got it in. And yes, that was the basket I was aiming for. The computer just threw it at, like, the wall again. But hey, I just stole the ball again. And then one of my other players just stole the ball from one of my players. I don't get it. Well, I have no idea what game this is, but this is clearly a more professional game. Like, this is clearly like a proper commercial release of some kind, but we didn't get a title screen. And I have no idea what game this is. So if anybody knows what game this is, feel free to let me know. Because this looks like something that would actually make for a proper ADG episode if we could actually get the right game and, you know, get instructions on how to play it. But yeah, as it stands, trying to play this right now is just kind of a mess because I don't know what I'm doing really, and it's like kind of working but kind of not. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong to some degree. I am getting points. I'm getting points, and the computer is not playing well at all. It was not understating how easy it was going to be. But yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this one. And our last dig for today from Christopher Groff is DOSGAMES /PD1 /XSUMS. I got a feeling this is going to be a math-based game. I don't know why. That's kind of interesting. So we have 9 board files, which are each only 450 bytes, and then a 47 kilobyte executable. Okay, so once again, no documentation to go off of. XSUMS. Okay, so it's kind of like a crossword puzzle, but not. Huh. Okay, let's see what the instructions say here. By Alan Mace. XSUMS is a challenging solitaire number puzzle, somewhat like a crossword with digits rather than letters. You are shown in the puzzle diagram the sums of the numbers that must be placed in each row and column of blank squares. A sum below a diagonal line shows the needed total for the column of squares below. A sum above the diagonal line gives the total for the squares to the right. Your challenge is to place digits in the blanks that add up to the total shown without repeating any digit. Interesting. And there's no zeros either, so it's only 1s through 9s. So this is kind of like an alternate version of Sudoku? Maybe? The only trick is that some of this kind of looks like it might be a little easy. I don't know, let's actually try it out and see what happens. Like, right here, we see 17 across, and we already have an 8, so we know the other number must be a 9. And here, it's 22 down, and that means we've got 16 already, which means there's only another 6 to go into these two positions. So I guess the trick is to just sort of fill in the, because it already filled in some of the information ahead of time, so we just have to find the easy spots and pick the numbers that we can get really quickly. Like right here, 27 down, and we've already got 20, so that's got to be a 7 that goes there. And this one's 8 across, so we got a 1 there. This one's 13 across, so a 4 there. And 11 down, we already got 5, so a 6. And then that gives us enough information to know that we only need another 2 for that row. Okay, so I managed to get enough filled in to almost get this really big one here. So 38 is the total we're going for, and we currently have 18... 27, 33, 35. Wait, that can't be right, because then there would be another 3 that we need. But we can't use the same number more than once. Did I do my math wrong? 10, 18, 23, 32, 34. I did do my math wrong. So that should be a 4 there. Okay, I believe I filled in all the easy ones. So now all that's left is to get the trickier ones. So this might... I said it was going to be easy, but truth be told, this probably is a bit more challenging than I was expecting, just because of the fact that you have to do a lot of testing, trial and error to figure some of this out. Well, maybe. Like, I mean, it depends on how big the number is relative to how many spaces are already filled, relative to what options you even have. Like, looking at this one here, we need 4 different digits. The goal is 27, and we already have 15. Which leaves us with another 12 to go for. Well, we can't split the 12 into a 6. Into 2 6s, I mean, because we're already using a 6, so we can't use the same number twice. We could split it into a 7 and a 5. Could split it into an 8 and a 4. But we can't split it into a 9 and a 3. So it's either an 8 and a 4 or a 7 and a 5. But the question is, where do those digits go? I think my best approach right now is to try and fill in this little section here, because this might be a bit more doable, just from nature of the fact that none of this is going to extend out here. So making a mistake in here won't be that costly in terms of having to redo anything. Now this column right here is 21 with only 3 digits and a 5 already, which leaves 16 to still fill in, which can't be 2 8s. So it's gotta be a 9 and a 7. But the question is, which one is the 9 and which one is the 7? So if the 9 is here, then this would be a 2. And then that would leave another 5 for the 20 column, which doesn't work because there's already a 5. So this has to be 7, this has to be 9. That makes this 4. And then that would mean that there's still another 3 for that column. Am I doing my math right here? Okay, so one thing I'm not liking here is that if you put in a digit and you don't want that digit there, but you want it to be blank again, there doesn't seem to be a way to clear it. Yeah, because even looking at the instructions here, it doesn't seem like there's a... Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a way to clear anything here. It's also noting some unique sums on the screen here, in terms of 2-digit, 3-digit, and 4-digit combinations. Because that's kind of a pertinent thing to know, is that certain combinations can only be done with certain numbers given the rules that are in place here. Like, I mean, I already figured out that a 1 and a 7 go here. The trouble is that I don't know which one's the 1 and which one's the 7. Yeah, so because I can't remove things that I've already placed on the board, it's like I don't have an easy way to tell me that I haven't solved it properly. Like, I mean, it'd be good if there was a way to, like, indicate if you have, like, a particular idea of what numbers go where, but not to specifically set them in place. Like, as I said before, I knew that there's a 1 and a 7 here. I just didn't know which one was the 7 and which one was the 1. Well, if there was a way to actually, like, change the color of the digits to indicate that you're not 100% certain of your selection, like, that would be nice if I could, like, mark them in a special way, but I can't. Okay, yeah, so this turned out being a lot more difficult than it looks. But yeah, XSUMS, a sort of crossword, Sudoku type thing with numbers. I can see the appeal to this, but it needs a bit more functionality to be enjoyable. Otherwise, this actually makes more sense to do on paper, because at least on paper you can make your own little marks to tell you what your planning is in terms of how you're solving it. Here, you can't do that, so yeah.